Hello, all you beautiful souls. Jules here, and I pulled two cards for us tonight, and they have some really great meanings behind them. I'll show you what they are. So, our first card is the Sacred Sexuality, and this is such a layered, potent part of who we are. So, it can show us our wounds, it can provide us healing. It can help us to manifest, it can teach us boundaries, and it can fuel and empower us. So sacred sexuality does not mean that your sexual presence or expression needs to look a certain way or part of your humanity, as well as your spiritual and universal sexual self. So is there anything that you need releasing? So horses, and this is obviously a unicorn in, looks like bloodstone, but horses have long been a symbol for sexuality, and their rawness in power is indicative of our natural and healthy sexual desires. So a tamed horse is a symbol of our repressed sexual urges and passions. But beyond this, the horse is a great traveler. In fact, wild horses can cover up to 40 miles a day, and they help us explore our sexual nature. They can hold you as you explore your shadow self through your sexuality, as you show up for your healing, and as you fill out boundaries. So it can help you explore what your personal needs are. Another sacred sexuality item is hawthorn, the red berries on the hawthorn bush or tree, and it has incredibly potent healing medicine for the heart. And it is used to support chest pain, irregular heartbeat, congestive heart failure, blood pressure, hardening of the arteries, and for your blood cholesterol levels. So it supports in the same way energetically for times when our heart has hardened or we have opened up to a life of love and happiness after heartbreak. So it also supports us for the need to gentle opening and releasing of feelings and desires that have been repressed for so long. So hawthorn is another great symbol of our sensual sexuality. And the last is rose quartz. Now, rose quartz is the ultimate heart crystal. It supports us in love, especially for ourselves. So it's for the love of life, love of family, friends, work, elders, our community, the environment. And if we have felt cold or shut down, rose quartz can actually activate your heart and awaken it to all that there is to love in our life. So if we have anger or resentment, rose quartz can gently wash it away. Just run it over your body. Call on rose quartz if you need a guide for any type of heart work. Now, the next card I pulled is destruction. And sometimes we need to destruct ourselves to get back to our sacred sexuality. What inside of us needs to die? So maybe it's a limiting belief for you. Maybe it's old inherited patterns or toxic relationships. Whatever it is, it's time to let it go. And sometimes once we identify what we need
to let go, it slips easily from us. Other times, it can be a slow cycle of releasing and then loosening the grips of our attachments. So do be kind to yourself in this process. We established attachments to things that do not serve us, but knowing something doesn't serve us doesn't mean that it's easy to let go, especially if it's become part of our identity. So this process does require patience, practice, and of course self-compassion. And I'll show you some of the archetypes you can work with to help you with destruction. And this might be a hint right here. Does that remind you of a critter? So owls have long been a symbol of death or bad omen. So there are many things about this creature that make it a powerful guide. First of all, they can turn their heads 135 degrees in each direction, which gives them 270 degrees of total vision. And this is a testament to their ability in teaching us how to find the truth. Anything that stands out about the owl is how they eat their prey. They will swallow it whole, digest what they can eat, and then they vomit up what they cannot digest. So the owl teaches us to distinguish between what supports us and what doesn't, and then it guides us to removing which we don't need anymore.
So the most intimate relationship that you will ever have is the one with thyself. It is a daily endeavor to love thyself, to show compassion for yourself. And then rather viewing it love as a day of pampering or, fighting that which is holding you back, let it all fall away for a few moments. And ask yourself, ask your heart, your body, your mind, or spirit what you need to wake up from. And what do you need to be free from? And what can support you to be free of this? So continue to check in with yourself daily so that you have that peace of mind, the destruction you need to overcome limiting beliefs, to overcome toxic relationships, to overcome hardships. We have to destruct ourselves. So the peacock is another good archetype for self-destruction. You never see a peacock skulking around or hiding its colors and its feathers. It wouldn't seem right if you saw a skulking peacock. So anyone that has seen a peacock in real life will tell you that this is quite the opposite of what they do. So they are incredibly aware of their majestic qualities and they use it to their advantage, especially in mating. So peacock invites you to unearth the beauty and unique aspects of yourself that have been hidden away. And peacocks are not born with their colorful feathers. These grow in around 2 years of age for them. And for humans, it's the opposite. We are born into perfection. It is life that conditions us to forget it. Peacock is an ally for standing proudly of who you are. Now, hibiscus is a great archetype flower for remembering, and its gentle energies awaken our heart to its core essence. This allows us to connect more deeply with ourselves and the energies around us. And in a world where we've been taught to hide our softer aspects, hibiscus actually opens us to embrace those softer aspects. So destruction and sacred sexuality. You might find that you're working on these two things this summer, and I just wanted to share with you some archetypes.